Welcome to Barley and Me. I'm your host, Ben Rice. This is episode 101. We're here today in Galt, California at River Rock Brewing with Ed Mason.
How you doing today, Ben?
So good, Ed. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, no problem. Glad you're here.
Oh, yeah. Pleasure. And our guest today is comedian Jason Sohm.
How you doing, everybody?
And he's from, the Modesto-ish...
Manteca.
Yeah, they're gross.
Yeah, the 209 all blends together.
Yeah,
I know.
I have no idea. I'm like, I knew that today, earlier. I was like, he's a Manteca guy. But when I got on the mic...
It happens all the time. It's because we're right in between Modesto and Stockton, which, for those of you who aren't aware, is sort of like living right in between Modesto and Stockton.
Isn't it also like a suburb of Galt?
Well, I would say Galt's a suburb of Manteca.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think I'm the big city guy here today, Ed. This is a very rare occasion for me where I get to come in all hoity-toity. You know?
Yeah, very rare that Manteca gets lorded over somebody.
Yeah. No offense, but like Sacramento comics use Manteca as a punchline, right? And then when you get to Manteca and our turf, we use Galt as a punchline. And then you guys can kick it down the road too. Next thing you know,
Thornton,
Delhi. You get to be the city slicker when you go to Delhi.
I don't even know where Delhi is. So.
Exactly.
Wait, is it Delhi? I thought it was Delhi. Like New Delhi.
I don't know. I think it's Delhi because it's white people that live there.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't, say things properly.
Okay. Yeah. We're going. What school did you go to? Delhi. And no, it's not how.
It's not how you say it at all. But that's how you say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I learned something. It's just down the road, right? It's like about 5 miles.
No, it's
20 miles.
45 miles.
I have no
away.
idea. I drive this stretch too much. I have no idea. It all blurs together.
The whole 209. Like if we're Game of Thrones, we're the North. It's just expansive. It's bigger than the rest of the kingdoms combined, and you can't find anything.
That puts us on the other side of the wall because we're still in 209.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
exactly.
Except for, don't you guys turn into a 916 like cut off? Like, isn't there a weird thing where Galt is half Sacramento County, half? No,
it's all one county.
It's all 209.
Yeah, see, we're just so and we go as far down south as like past Merced.
Yeah,
that's still the 209.
I didn't even realize you guys were 209. Yeah. I had no idea. Huh. Yeah. Learning something already.
The Appalachia of the West.
Accurate.
It is very accurate. I actually had a buddy who did in college. He did a report about how this area was the Appalachia of the West because it's a lot of very small, contained towns that aren't really connected.
Yeah, and they all kind of speak a different dialect.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
Well, Galt is basically derived from one family. We're all related to each other somehow.
Oh, man.
So you're like royalty.
Or more like Appalachia.
Appalachian royalty.
Yeah, there you go.
King of the Shine.
All right, let's get into it. How's business here at River Rock?
Business has been pretty decent. We're having a good time.
Yeah, and you guys have been open for about 3 years now.
3 years coming up. Yeah, we're going to have our 3rd year anniversary on June 8th.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I noticed you guys sell like home brewing equipment too.
We do. Limited supply, basically what I use for brewing, so I can steal from there to use back in the brewery.
Yeah, exactly. You need a part, you got them here.
I got them, yeah.
That's good. It's good. It's easy to write off too. You just blame it on your bartender, say you stole it, and then you write it off and get insurance money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that one, but that could work.
Well, there you go. You might want to omit that from the final final cut there.
I'm fine with it.
All right. I'm just teaching the audience how to commit insurance fraud.
You're right. Maybe I should cut that. That's a fair point. Jason is a provocateur.
That's right. I'm a coward.
Because Jason, when you started comedy, you did not go by Jason Sohm. You had a stage name.
Yeah, I had a professional wrestling name. I thought it was fitting, because at the time I was just talking like way over the top. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
They just kindly delivered me a nice, tasty beer.
Yeah.
But I had the dumb stage name, and I like I said, I approached it like professional wrestling.
Yeah, because you were an enemy. You were like,
I wanted to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Stage name was
Jason Violation.
I like it.
Right? It rhymes.
Yeah.
You know, it goes together, and it kind of like I always said, it gave you an idea of what you were about to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I wasn't good at comedy at the time.
Yeah, I remember you started doing a thing of like you could be other names that sounded like Violation. And that's why I was like, oh wait, is Jason actually smart? Because he was just a filthy, disgusting human being. Like,
yeah, it was just filth, and then I went,
trash.
Trash, garbage, trash. Oh, here's a little nugget that shows I might have 4 brain cells. And everyone goes, oh, he's smart. And I go, all right.
That's a good plan. Start the expectation low.
Exactly. Oh, I've been doing that all my life. You know,
and slowly reveal it.
Yeah, it's like
you'll seem even smarter.
It's
than
like a Rain Man. You know, when he dumps all the toothpicks on the ground and he goes, "Whoa, that guy's really smart. He can count, but he has no social skills." That's pretty much me.
Oh my goodness.
This is good.
So these are the guys you hang around with.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is my life.
I think a whole lot more of you now.
Miscreants, nonstop.
But there's honor in our scumbaggery.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's something to be said for like scraping by through like just the sheer volume of garbage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your fingernails never get clean.
Yeah, like I think we talked about this a little bit. How there's something about growing up in like a small town that makes you just fight for everything because you're always fighting against the expectation of like you're going to stay here forever and be what your dad was.
Well, and it's not just that, but it's this like it's twofold. You have the larger culture out there, and that bleeds into the small towns as well. So then you have people who are really trying hard to be a part of the bigger culture, but you're still part of just this small town, you know, and there is an expectation of you to just kind of be there.
Yeah.
Which I'm fulfilling 100%.
And Ed, you're a lifelong Galter as well, right?
I am.
Yeah.
And with that being said, my dad was a bull rider when he was younger, so I did not want to follow in those footsteps.
I couldn't get into that sport either. That's a 1,000-pound animal.
2,000. And they're
I
looking to
corrected.
do one thing.
Yeah.
And it ain't making you feel good.
Right. You're not gonna go have tea with the bull.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did he even get into that? How did he
get into bull riding?
Yeah.
It was kind of a family thing.
Oh, okay.
His dad was a cowboy. He grew up and we tried to pin him down on why he really wanted to do that, and he can't really give us an answer. So, just for the sheer thrill of it, I guess. Still trying to figure out what that thrill is.
Yeah. Did you ever try it?
Oh, I did a little roping and things like that, but I never got on a bull. I just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel about skydiving.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna go jump out of a perfectly good plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can land, right?
Yeah, it's not often I meet someone like you, Ed, where somebody's actually, by bucking trends, they're not bucking Broncos. Very strange.
Right.
You got into a lot more calm industry, it seems like.
I don't know.
No?
I went to construction. We are not calm there.
Oh,
either.
no. I used to work construction as well. And if you were going to film that like live, a reality show, it would just be one big bleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't get away with anything in there. You wouldn't know what was being said. Because it would just be beep, 2x4s, beep.
Yeah, I can't relate. One time I met a person who worked in construction, and I shook their hand like, "You have hands like a woman," and I'm like, "Cool,
Yeah,
cool."
yeah, that happens out there on the sites.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm like, I've done manual labor, just not in a long time. Got out of it real early. Like, I don't think I'm gonna
like
stick
people
with
with brains do. You know?
Yeah.
Sorry, all my construction friend fans.
They have great brains.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, it's true.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I actually miss construction sometimes because I like being outside and getting was getting buffed. I was
Right?
getting paid to get buffed.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, now I'm just a flabby.
Right? No one's paying me to get buffed, so I'm just going in
Yeah.
reverse.
Yeah. Before I took to the brain jobs, I was like 160 pounds.
Right.
Lean muscle. And now I'm more than that. And
But your fingers
Good
are
luck.
probably strong as hell from that keyboard.
no, I have terrible grip strength.
But you could press a button, though.
Yeah, I'm real fast.
Hella
Real
fast.
Yeah.
Blinding
Stenographer fast.
speed. Yeah. Oh. Well, stenographers cheat.
Word for word fast.
Yeah. Stenographers have full words for their buttons.
I think they have like phonetics.
Or something like that.
But like, yeah, quick ones like the. It's like
Yeah.
one button.
It's easy. You ain't impressing me, stenographers.
Plus, you get to like. I've talked to a bunch of them. You get to like set up your own layout, like whatever's easiest for you to remember. It's not like this standard.
Oh, so it's all custom and stuff?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You're like, well, I think that pho should be over here. So,
Right. That's where I would put my pho.
Yeah. I put my pho in my mouth. Pho.
Ah,
Fast pho.
gotcha.
It's some
I thought you
food.
said duh.
No. Rude. So how long did you do construction, Ed?
40 years.
Dang.
Yeah.
That is longer than we've been alive.
Yeah.
Combined.
Yeah.
That's a long time in construction.
Yeah.
Made it out alive.
They had to construct this place, I assume.
I did road construction, so
Oh, nice.
we're a whole different breed.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, where he said it was beat 2x4s, you'd never get the 2x4 in.
Oh, my God. So can you describe laying roadway? It always is, it boggles my mind.
Why is that? Which part boggles your mind?
Just, mainly bridges, I think, really, the support, like, suspended.
Oh, those
And
guys are
support.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did bridge
Oh,
work,
okay.
but those guys are absolutely out of their minds.
Yeah, because you're
And-
hanging over nothing.
Yeah, and anybody that works on bridges out there, no, you are crazy.
No, you have to be.
Yeah.
Look out in a 120-foot expanse in front of you. And you got a D clip holding you up. Like, yeah.
Sometimes not even that. I watched a guy run across Highway 50 out on Zinfandel Drive. We were doing a new bridge out there. We were doing all the dirt work for it. And he went across a beam that was probably 4 inches wide, ran across all the way. Not tied off, not anything like that. And I just looked down and go, no.
Yeah,
No
I'm good.
way.
Yeah, I when I worked construction, my boss found out I was afraid of heights. So so
Yeah,
for
sure.
the next
Nothing
2
happened.
weeks, he's just like, "Yep, you're on top of the roof today." And these dudes, these roofers, are just like dancing on 2x6s beams, and I'm like sitting there strapped in, still holding on like with my legs and my arms, like I can't even hammer anything because I'm holding on. You know,
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, I was a fisherman. That was my
like
Manual
a
labor.
crab fisherman.
salmon, Aleutian Islands, Alaska.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you dodged the child support check all those years ago, huh?
Yeah, that's how I did it. Just disappeared. Top grossing boat in the fleet, no big deal. Very, very good. But
What'd you do on it?
everything. It was a 2-man boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So everything. I almost died. That was fun. A few times. That was great.
I've heard that's a risk.
Yeah. It was fun because I was so good at it. A guy asked me to go crabbing with him, which is like the most dangerous thing you can do.
Right.
And I was talking to my uncle, who was my captain, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's a really fun job, but it's like very demanding physically because it's 48 hours on and 48 hours off."
Yeah. Fuck that.
I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, well, 24 hours you're going to be working. You're going to be pulling in, the crates and like unloading them. And by the way, it's going to be like pushing you around because you're deep in the ocean, and they'll be sliding along, and you can just get jammed between two and get crushed to death. And then when you pull them in, there's like all these jellyfish that get stuck on the line, and they'll get in your eyes, and you'll go blind for a few minutes when they're in your eyes. And then when you're done with that, you get to be lookout. After
With your blind eyes.
with your blind eyes, after you've been awake for 24 straight hours, you then have to spend 24 hours looking for danger. I'm like, shouldn't we do that in reverse? Like, use the 24 hours of good, I'm awake?
Right.
To
and
look
then-
for danger
Well,
and-
then you're pulling pods in on all tired.
Yeah.
Or
Why-
what if you
There's
just-
no... Why
what-
can't it be 24 on, 24
Exactly.
off?
Why
Why is
don't-
this 48 hours?
Why not hire a bigger crew, you cheapskate captains?
Right. I only got hired because of that.
Yeah, no, that's usually how it works.
My uncle
right?
fired a guy that worked for him for like 25 years over a fight in percentage. He's like, the guy wanted 10%.
And he's like, well, I have my nephew here. He'll work for 3%.
It was 5%.
Ooh.
With a bonus to 9% if I made it the whole season.
Did you make it the whole season?
I did, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you make it like? Did he mean like if you made it alive?
Do they pay out your family in case, or do they just their cut gets bigger?
Cut gets bigger, I think.
Really? So they don't even have the honor of thieves?
Yeah. Especially amongst family.
Where they
you don't mix business and family. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I know. I learned that one the hard way too.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost my fishing license within, I think, 3 days of getting on the boat. So I'm like, I hope it. He's like, you got to keep that like visible in case somebody hops on here to check. And I lost it within 3 days. And it's just us on the boat. We never left. There's no I have no idea where it went. I was like, it's gone. I'm gonna look through this boat that's 32 feet. Never found it. Never.
And that was the end of your lucrative fishing career.
No, they never came and checked it. So I was fishing without a license the whole time.
All right, that's what I like. Stick it to the man.
Yeah.
Take that, fishing man.
Yeah. It was fun, man. I don't know. Looking back on it was fun. In the moment, I hated it a whole lot.
Oh, now it's a story that you tell on a podcast.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're not ducking pods of crabs and jellyfish trying to blind you.
Yeah. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm just going to tell fishing stories.
Hey, but whatever. That's where we're headed.
No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's just I don't recommend being trapped in 32 feet of space with one person for 100 straight days.
That doesn't sound like fun. That sounds like prison.
Yeah, it was very bad.
And at least in prison, you get out and get to go out in the yard for an hour.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, there's nowhere to go.
Right. No, there's no
ocean.
escape. Yeah.
And it was like a 48-degree ocean. You know, it's like, I'm going to go swimming. It's freezing. I'm getting back out of this thing.
I don't know. I get uneasy when I can't see land.
Yeah.
That's terrifying to me.
Yeah.
I don't have sea legs though.
Oh man, getting my land legs back was nearly impossible. It took me like 2 weeks to learn how to like walk on land again.
Well, you've been on a boat for months.
Yeah.
Awful. I can see that.
Awful. Yeah, my favorite part of at the end of it, I went back to the land and I tried to get a job. And they're like, do you have a work ethic? I'm like, I mean, I spent 100 consecutive days on a boat.
Right. You still use that to this day?
Sometimes. Pretty sure I have one. Like,
I left it on the boat.
Yeah. I'm done. I used it all up.
I put it in the crab pods and threw them in the ocean.
Yeah.
That's where my work ethic went.
Yeah. My work ethic died when I almost died on my birthday. That's
That'll kill it.
Yeah. Anyway.
The best one night, we were out on a charter boat in Hawaii, north of Oahu, about 22 miles out. And it was the weirdest one I could think of was we decided it was too hot in the boat, so we jumped in the ocean, not thinking there was no bottom below us for 6 miles. Then all of us at the same time, what the hell's below us? We couldn't get aboard that boat fast enough again.
Yeah. Nothing.
Especially when you forgot to drop anchor and then jump in.
I don't think they had 6 miles of it.
Yeah. I'm like, what kind of anchor you got?
Yeah.
Well, at least slow it down. Yeah. Won't drift away from you as fast.
I like if you're doing it kind of mid-level where it's like, it's like 100 feet down to the ground. Sometimes it's really, really soft. And so that anchor does nothing. It's just dragging along very soft. So we did that one time. With our net out, it's a 1/4 mile long net, and another boat had done that about a mile from us, and we both went to sleep. Both boats went to sleep. We wake up to the boats hitting each other. They'd wrapped up in the nets,
and then just slowly came together.
Yeah, the anchors had kept drifting, and then like over time, our nets went into each other, and then just wrapped around each other over the course of probably an hour.
And then y'all wake up
to get ourselves out of there.
Oh.
It's pretty easy. You just disconnect your net and then but like in the moment I was like, what would we even do to get out of this? We have a 1/2 mile of net between us.
And tangled up.
Just tangled up, wrapped around.
So what happens to the nets? You just drop them or
yeah, you just let them loose. No, they're weighted so they'll stay up. So you can just go pick them up, but if you're not attached to the boat, then you can kind of maneuver out of it a little bit easier. But it's basically just pull the top of the net and like unwind yourself.
That doesn't sound like a good afternoon.
It's better than walrus stuck in net. That sucks.
I would never think I would hear those words put together until today.
Yeah. Then you get real close to you. You got to get them real close to pick them out of there. Then you get their lovely sea breath.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know if you notice, they brush pretty regularly, so it's fine.
Big teeth,
Yeah,
too.
the big tusks. They rip right through your net. So your net is it's like a 1/4-inch hole that expands to about 1.5 inches when the head gets stuck in there, a fish. So then you have a whole walrus in that with its tusks, and it just rips out. I think when you weighted it drops all the way down. It's like 30 feet long, this net by 1/4 mile.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to. So when a walrus ends up in there, it rips out 25 feet of it, which renders the net useless.
Gave everybody a chance to escape.
Yeah. So it renders the net entirely useless, and we don't carry spare nets. So what you do is you hand stitch it back together, like 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. Oh my god!
Yeah,
we caught 3 walruses in one day. I'm like, why do we keep doing this? We know there's walruses in here. We just spent 4 hours. We just spent 4 hours fixing a net to get 200 pounds of fish because they all left.
Yeah,
when we were trying to get rid of this
there's walrus here.
Yeah,
that are eating them.
He's like, let's set it down again. I'm like, why? And then we set it out again. Another walrus.
Damn walruses.
I'm like, why?
Be honest. Did you kill them?
No, you're not allowed to. They're protected. We were. You have to be.
Why are you winking at me right now?
You have to be a mile. You have to be a half mile off the coast where any walrus is known to reside.
So it's like,
and there's people that watch it,
but it's like maritime law. Like if you get so far off the coast, you're no longer governed by any country.
Right. Exactly.
And then you can murder walruses.
Yeah. Out once they've gone out more than a half mile.
Okay.
No, you actually still can't. Also, you can't kill seals, which will pick your net nonstop.
Well, that's what fun is that?
Yeah, they're very smart because they've learned you can't kill them. So
they're all
you
brazen.
could fire at them, but you couldn't hit them. You had to shoot around them.
What if you accidentally shot one?
Then there's a fine.
That's it?
I don't know. I never shot one. But I got pretty good at getting pretty close to them. But they knew. They just they'd sit there. They'd hear the shot. They'd wait for the pellets to all just hit right in front of them. And they'd dive down and come up with 3 fish and just mock you. Oh, it was the worst.
Waving fish at you.
It was the worst. That's the last time I shot a gun. Now that I think about it, was firing at seals. Maybe seals.
Yeah. Not the cute ones.
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to talk about fishing. This is a beer podcast.
Hey.
What are we doing?
Hey.
That's okay.
Yeah. So, Ed, how'd you make the transition from construction to beer? Was there a love of beer during the construction times?
Well, there was always a love of beer. But basically, I retired and was bored out of my skull. Other than my trips to Hawaii for a couple months at a time to see the grandkids and things, without my wife, she wasn't real happy about that. She has to work still.
Yeah.
But just looking for something to do, and came across the old handcraft brewery up in Elk Grove that they had the beer supplies at the time. And I just got interested in the chemistry and the making and putting ingredients together and seeing what happens. And it just got real interesting. You had to be kind of smart to do it.
Yeah.
So, the key word there is kind of.
Yeah.
But
Right.
A lot of science, a little bit of art.
A lot of art, a little bit of science. So.
It's more like, as far as science goes, well, what happens if I put this in there?
Yeah, back when I was a kid, had the chemistry set, I was looking to make gunpowder.
Right.
So, no, it just seemed very interesting to me. Just, again, if I do this, what will happen?
Yeah.
So, learning all about water chemistry, learning about the hop chemistry. I mean, just all that stuff just made it real interesting to me. And so I kind of took a little tutelage from Frank Crane up there and won a bunch of awards and as a home brewer and decided this was the thing.
How long did you do home brewing for before you got into the business?
Only about 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
But I was I was brewing like almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
Had a shitload of beer around, but that's pretty good. I'll try something now. I think we had like 4 refrigerators just for the bottles of beer we were having, handing them out to all the neighbors and everybody.
Where do you live again? Is there any open houses nearby?
Oh, not now.
No.
I don't brew over there. I got kicked out of the house for that. Yeah.
Really?
Went from the kitchen, got kicked out of that to the garage, got kicked out of the garage to the backyard. When everything was all over the backyard under lean-tos and different sheds and stuff, she says, no more. Find yourself a place, open up a brewery. And here we are.
That's so funny. I was going to ask you, were you brewing in the kitchen, in the garage, or in the backyard? You're like, all three. I did all three.
Yeah. Yeah. As I got moved out.
The scale just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's because I mean now these last couple of years like breweries have been popping up just left and right. I wonder how many of those brewery owners have that exact same story.
Probably half.
Yeah.
Why do you have a brewery? My wife wouldn't let me brew at home.
Well, I just talked to one who him and his friends went and like bought a property just to homebrew at. Like we couldn't do it at home. We didn't want to start a brewery, so we just bought land
And then just
to
put up
go
like
brew beer there for ourselves.
all right.
That's why don't you just start a brewery?
That's
Then they
brilliant.
did. Then they did.
Yeah, but then you have to get business license.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. I'm just imagining the world where you're like, oh yeah, with my spare income, I'm just going to rent a space to brew beer in.
Oh, there's people who do a lot
Yeah.
more frivolous spending than that.
Yeah, I'm jealous of all of them.
And actually, if you probably break it down, the cost of the land would probably be roughly what I would spend on beer.
Fair point.
So if I'm making my own beer that I like,
Yeah, and it was split like 6 or 7 ways. I guess it's a little bit easier.
right, it's like a co-op.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, okay.
Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know. Probably you chose to make it into a homebrew shop first. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how we got the space.
Yeah.
And then we kind of grandfathered in the brewery
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Before they noticed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think the guys I was talking to, they went with we're just gonna have a brewing space and like let's just make it a brewing supply store, so we could make money on it, and then they started a brewery. So yeah, similar paths.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in Sacramento you're gonna find a lot of that story where people are home brewers who then are like, I'm gonna start a brewery. Whereas like San Diego, which is like one of the main places for beer, there's a lot of people who worked in a brewery, then like got success and like, okay, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And they had all that industrial experience, whereas I think Sacramento's mainly home brewers who just like, I'm going to dive.
Yeah.
I'm going to dive in.
No, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Like that's trading in your amateur card for a good reason, I think. Whereas people who are in the industry and then go into it, they're just trying to make buck. If you're a home brewer, you actually care about your product.
That's true.
Well, I think it's not necessarily to make a buck. It's just like you're stuck making a brewery, like beers that somebody else is telling you to make. You're like, I know I can make other things. I've been doing this for so long. I know I have recipes that I think are good that they won't let me make. I want to make my own place where I can establish my own identity instead of being tied into this other person's identity.
Ah,
I think it's really what.
There's a lot of that up here, too.
Yeah. It's going to happen. If you get big enough, people are going to splinter off and do their thing. And that's what's pretty cool, honestly.
it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But who knows? You do brew a fine lager here.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
My first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was your process on it?
I just kept it cold for a lot of days.
Sneaky.
Yeah. No, we have good temperature control, so we were able to lager it correctly. So.
Oh, awesome.
And surprised. We were, I just saw what a lot of other people did, then threw all that out, made my own recipe up, hoped for the best, and we think we came out okay.
What'd you tweak?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like, we didn't even use water in this.
It's bleach. Cleans you out real good.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. Do you think that loggers are kind of a thing that people are looking towards now? Like you have to have a logger?
You almost do. Yeah, I mean, everywhere I go now, I see at least one logger on board. So, I mean, mostly Mexican loggers, which it's a little bit more. They got different spices in them, but yeah, that's what I see the most of is Mexican lager, and we just decided to keep it clean because we are living in a Coors Light town.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're the only brewery in Galt.
Yeah,
That's the other thing about the 209. It is a Coors Light area.
Yeah. So this is kind of your transitional beer.
Yeah,
to get people in.
And it's sold extremely well. We were surprised, or I was, but I should have known.
Yeah, I always look at lagers as like a summer beer.
Yeah.
You know, that's when it's hot out, I'm drinking a lager or I'm having a wheat beer. You know,
You don't want a stout?
No, that's wintertime, man.
Yeah.
That's when I'm trying to store up heat, you know. You know, and drink a whole loaf of bread at once and keep you warm at night. Yeah. Whereas you want to cool off in the summer, you gotta drink. I like lagers a lot.
So when people come in and order that lager, do they also eventually like work their way up? They get that cream ale and get the reds?
I have a friend of mine I grew up through high school with. He was a completely Coors Light guy. He is now up to our double IPAs.
Oh.
Over the course of about 2 months.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Got bit by that bug.
He did.
It happens. You
Yeah.
start drinking good beer and you want more good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Right.
Sure.
Well, and then now here you are traveling all over all these breweries and getting to drink good beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds horrible. I don't know how you do it.
It's tough, man. It's tough to find the time, and the energy.
Yeah. I always find it hard to find energy for beer.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah. I can't even imagine finding the time to run a brewery, though. That sounds...
It's tough. It's a lot of work, more than what people think.
Yeah.
I was always told, own a brewery. It'll be fun. You'll love it. It took a while to find the fun. It was a lot of work getting started.
But now that you're kind of regular, you guys...
It's still a lot of work. I start at 5 in the morning. Usually I try to sneak out of here about 5 at night. And that's every day.
Yeah. Brewing or not, it's always planning.
Yeah.
Looking at the books, seeing what's working, seeing what's not working.
Cleaning.
Oh.
And cleaning. And cleaning.
70% of the job, I heard.
Yeah.
Ugh. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good with just enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm very lazy.
Yeah.
So, this job's not for me.
For a fisherman, pretty lazy.
Yeah, I worked enough.
Right.
I worked for 100 days. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. That's it. Tapped out.
100 consecutive days, crazy hours.
So since your first visit here, this place has changed quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit. 3 years.
Yeah, when we're serving out of our 4-tap kegerator.
Yeah.
Which is still part of the decor, not for long.
Yeah, so what kind of expansion have you guys gone through?
Well, we started off brewing half barrels here. Went to 1 barrel. Went to 1.5 barrels as I could afford it because I didn't have any investors, didn't want them, didn't want to get loans.
Yeah.
So every time I had some extra change in my pocket, we got something new.
Yeah.
And now here, very shortly, as soon as I get the new mash tun back on Tuesday, we're going to 5 barrels.
Nice.
So we'll be up with the big boys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. You didn't want to take on investors. You're basically, this is all self-financed.
Right.
Like you said, all the money you make just goes right back in. Everyone's like, surely he's rich now. Surely. Now you're just coasting. It's all profit.
That's right. Everything's profit.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like when I used to deal weed in high school, where I just wanted to make enough to make sure I could smoke weed.
Yeah.
Kind of the same goals.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just keep this funded, so you got a beer.
That wasn't the plan, but that's how it's working.
Yeah.
Just pay your debts.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of fun. Little tiny bit of fun.
That's the goal, right? Just,
If you're lucky.
if you're lucky.
Yeah.
If not, well, you still got beer.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very
Drink your sorrows away.
I feel like that's a good way to get bad news about your inventory not moving. Like, oh, here's a growler. We haven't been selling that much lately, so you want to take that home.
Oh man, so what's in store for coming up on year 4 for you? What are your big dreams and aspirations?
Hopefully we're going to move out to the ranch in the next couple of years, and open up a brewery, kind of a place you can come and stay the day. Have picnic grounds out there, different games, cornhole, horseshoes, volleyball, that kind of thing. We'll be a bigger brewery, hopefully up around the 10-barrel setup.
Nice.
And don't think I want to get any bigger. Then it becomes real work. Got to get a whole bunch of people working for you. I just like to kind of keep it in the family as much as I can.
Yeah. Now, if that's going to happen, would you close this location, or would
Yes.
you have? Okay.
Yeah.
So would it still be a homebrew location, or would it be like?
Yeah.
Okay.
There'd be a homebrew shop out there. I got to find some place to steal the stuff when I forget
Okay.
the order.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that.
Now, would that farm still be in Galt, or would you have to now be?
It'd
Okay.
be just outside of Galt.
Just making sure you're still Galt's only brewery.
That's right.
Perfect.
Yeah, we still have a Galt address out there, so
Perfect. See,
Good.
It's all
Good.
It's all fine.
that's the hopes. Don't know if they'll have it. Haven't checked into all the zoning and other fun things that come with moving out there.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the city just want their cut?
It's county,
Oh, county. Well,
and that
county.
that could be even worse. So
Yeah.
I found the counties generally, in my experience, are a little bit nicer, but not always.
Not always.
Because
Depends on the
yeah, it
county.
depends on the county. It's as if
Yeah.
it depends on who you're talking to.
yeah. And I won't say which county because if they ever hear the podcast, they'll be waiting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to sneak Ed in.
Yeah,
We're gonna get him
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
those county tags.
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that'll be hopefully a whole destination thing.
Yeah. Exactly. I like those ones that are kind of like farmhouse style.
Right.
A lot of stuff to do. I think the more things you have to do, the more likely you're going to drive people in.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you make it at that point, then it becomes almost like a winery, and then you go, hey, come
Yeah.
tour and
Yeah,
taste the beer,
exactly.
and do all that whole thing.
And we'll be growing hops out there. We've got about 50 acres to grow hops on. So
Nice.
That's even better.
Yeah. And I know we've talked in the past, you've had an idea of making River Rock kind of like Galt's place to do things.
Yeah.
Kind of its entertainment hub.
well, I don't know about an entertainment hub, but at least one of them.
Yeah.
Galt's opening up a couple more brew pubs here. We got the Papas and Wings next door. We're all friendly. We hope to, pub crawls and whatever else, I mean, the guys that are opening up come here all the time. We talk about what can we do to make everybody's day better. So hopefully we'll be getting into, kind of a Lodi type place where you can spend the whole day there. So it's starting to grow the right way.
Yeah, exactly. You're bringing people in. You've got your trivia night. You've got music. Coming soon, comedy. I'm just going to throw it out there. No big
Yeah.
deal. It's me. We're doing a comedy show this Friday. the
This
31st.
Friday. This Friday. At what time, pray tell?
It would be 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Friday the
who is
31st.
who is on this bill?
Well, I'll be hosting the show. Then we'll have some of the 209 greats. We got Felicia Alemán,
Ooh.
Taylor Evans,
Uh-oh.
and headlining Diego Curiel, one of those bastard Elk Grovers.
Yeah.
916er. Ugh. I mean, it's close enough, right? He's in Elk Grove. It's close.
10 minutes away.
Yeah, but he's
Diego's all right.
yeah, he's fine. But here's the thing: the crowd's probably gonna love him or something. I don't know what it is.
Like they tend to do.
Yeah, like they tend to do. People seem to really be attracted to Diego comedically.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it's hard to do that to you, Ed. It's just gonna make people love.
Bring all
the
these
show.
funny people in
Yeah,
here.
it's the worst.
So I'll ask a silly question. How come you weren't on the bill?
I
Ben,
was
forget to ask?
no. I'm actually going to be doing the second show, even though that's to be determined.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which was supposed to be this show,
Right.
but it's not this show.
Right.
Okay.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I'll be out here soon enough. Don't worry.
You've got me confused. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scheduling conflicts come up. It's fine.
Yeah. I have kids every other week, so it's difficult for me to book shows.
Oh, I should point out it's a free show. Also, no cover for the show.
Oh,
So just come on down to Galt, check it out,
yeah.
see if you like it, see if you like the beer. Maybe come back again.
And hopefully, what it is it gets the locals.
That's what I'm
Because that's who we want. I mean, when we go to different towns, that's the thing with 209 comedians. We have to travel everywhere to go perform.
Yeah.
Like we've built a few shows in our own scene, but for the most part, you have to go elsewhere. So it's like, that's the trouble I have with promoting online. It's like I'm promoting the people who know me.
Yeah.
They're not going to drive
Yeah.
to a different town to come see me when they
Yeah.
can see me at their hometown.
Opening in beautiful downtown series.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I've been on those shows, and I don't know anybody in series, except one person.
You know what I loved about doing the show here? I was so excited about it. Is I didn't want to book Sacramento comedians because I don't know what to expect in Galt for comedy. It's like it could be a disaster, and they wilt under the pressure. I like 209 guys. They know disaster. They know how to work through it. Like, if there's anything even slightly wrong, they're like, we've seen this much worse a million times. Know how to get out of this problem entirely. Know how to get the crowd on my side. I know how to make them not be on my side, then get them back. Like, so good, because you have to be, because nobody cares what you're doing.
Right.
And you have to make them care.
Yeah, and we've talked about this a million times. Like any new comics, when they, hey, you got any advice? Yeah, go where it's worse.
Yeah.
Don't go where it's good.
Yeah.
Because you'll never get better.
You'll
that
never
way.
learn anything.
Yeah, you got to go where, like, my claim to fame is I've had people threaten to stab me while I was performing and still finish my set. And like that doesn't sound big, but it's kind of big.
Yeah, there's something about taking a group of people that don't want what you're offering
and
at the beginning,
force feeding it to them,
and then they're like, "We want this back."
Yeah.
Like there's something to that. Like there's a joy that comes from that.
when it actually works.
Yeah.
There's a huge joy from it.
Yeah, like I don't think people really appreciate like those garbage shows because they're so fun. You learn so much more than you do from a good show.
Of course, if you walk away feeling good, you didn't do it right. I mean, you're gonna be self-reflecting. You're gonna go, "Wow, how could I have gotten those three regulars who did not want me there
Yeah,
to giggle?"
yeah, but then you do get them,
Yeah,
and it's the best.
right. And then what you find out is that giggle in the bar show is like a roar in a real show.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about you, and I'm a lazy comic, very lazy, bad writer, lazy about everything. But there's a weird thing when I'm at like a comedy club where I just feel like too comfortable.
No, I know what you're saying.
Like it's like this is a showcase. You're trying to like prove that you're worthy. I'm like, I'm going to do new jokes because I know they'll work here.
But here's what that's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because you get so comfortable with bad.
But it's not. It's always good.
Of course, it's always
It comes out really well.
But then when you should have done the normal jokes, instead you're I'm going to screw around with this bit I wrote on the way in front of the people that are supposed to,
Yeah, but then when it like kills, and then somebody offers you a spot in L.A., it's
I mean,
that's the
good.
problem. Is I'm just that.
It's good.
Yeah, like it could have been better, but it was still really good. People seem to enjoy it.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Yeah,
I shoot myself in the foot all the time.
Yeah, I don't think it's shooting yourself in the foot. I think it's just like, you can get away with more at a comedy club.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what more is.
Yeah, they're gonna laugh more.
Yeah,
it's easier.
They're
to get
there
a laugh.
to do that.
Yeah, they know that. They
Right.
pay to cover. The thing says comedy club. It's a whole thing. So they're not really a good barometer.
No one's surprised that you showed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
like what? We're doing that tonight? Oh man, that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is Galt's going to be the next springboard to get down to L.A.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, we're gonna make Galt part of the '99 tour.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah, I was talking about this a long time ago with Bubbles Brown.
Nice.
We were talking about setting up a run where it was the 99 tour, and we would go from Sacramento to Bakersfield because that's where 99 ends, and just pick every small town that has an exit right off 99.
Hanford, beautiful downtown Hanford.
Yeah.
Right.
You could even go to Yuba City, Chico.
Right.
If you wanted to.
Because no.
It segments into Sacramento, then picks up again.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, the 99. Yeah.
I thought it died in Sacramento.
No, you take the 50 west, and then take 5 north, and it gets back on 99.
See, that's where that
It's
might,
like, it's like 10 miles. but
That's
it's
like
not.
a loophole.
Yeah.
That sounds like a thing a lawyer would do to get shows in Yuba City. I mean, it's 99 still. Not
Yeah,
really,
I mean, it depends
though.
on how many shows you get. I guess you really don't need to do like a week straight, right? Like
Right, yeah. We were just thinking of just,
like a Friday through a Sunday, but like the next Sunday.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
that'd be fun.
I like that. I'm on board.
Yeah, well, when I end up figuring out where to get a show in Delhi, we'll get it done.
That's really the thing that's holding it all up. So if you have a place in Delhi that you think would be good for a comedy show, let Jason know.
Preferably a brewery, and then we can do a podcast there too.
They don't have any there.
Because it's Delhi.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I got nothing else.
I'm about backed out myself.
I'm out.
Oh, perfect. This is great. I love when it just syncs up like
Just
this.
putters out like
Yeah.
we just ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 3rd anniversary is coming up
June 8th.
June 8th,
Yeah,
which that's the Saturday, right?
that's a Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing? Is it a party over here?
Yeah.
Or just that. Yeah. You can have like fun and games and that kind of stuff.
We're not sure. It's Galt, so we kind of make it up as we go.
Sounds about
So
right.
it's surprises for everybody, including us.
Well, hey.
But you have some anniversary beer going up?
We do. We have our Neapolitan Stout,
Ooh.
which we will see. I'm anxiously awaiting for the vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry to set in to see how it tastes. So,
Yeah. That would be fun. That's 3 flavors for 3 years. I don't know if you noticed that.
Wow. That's pretty good. I've
Thinking
never
it
had
through.
Neapolitan beer.
neither have I.
Yeah. It sounds fantastic. I'm gonna have to June 8th. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to check, make sure I don't have my kids. I'll come out here to have my 1 beer allotment that I'm allowed to have.
And if it comes out really good, we're going to have vanilla bean ice cream to pour it over.
Oh, right on.
Oh.
So,
it'd be like beer float.
beer float.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that's good. That's thinking right there.
Yeah.
I've been drinking beer a long time, and not once have I gone, hey, I think I should pour this on a scoop of ice cream.
Oh, man, you are missing out.
It sounds like it. That sounds phenomenal.
We
Yeah.
had our milk chocolate stout made into ice cream.
Oh,
that
really?
was phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's the ice cream maker?
Velvet Grill and Creamery.
Oh,
just
nice.
down the street.
Yeah. They have the big old sign that
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a big sign
Yeah.
for a creamery.
Hey,
Hey,
success.
it's on the 99.
They're making beer ice cream.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They deserve that big sign.
You know that what? You could do the Velvet Creamery tour and do the 99 thing. They got one in here, one in Lodi, 3 in Modesto. You're halfway down 99.
Bam. You can set up a string of shows at creameries.
Yeah. Kid-friendly shows?
There you go. I'm not going to be booked for those.
I'm not. Those are the worst. I have no idea what makes kids laugh. That also makes adults laugh. It's like,
Farts.
Fart
yeah,
jokes.
Farts.
Fart jokes.
Yeah.
but who wants to watch an hour and a half of that?
I mean, I'm 36. I'll still watch an hour and a half of farts.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I would too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Any new comics, know this rule to be true. You're never going to be funnier than a fart.
Yeah. That's a good piece of advice.
Yeah. So don't pressure yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I had a really good thing I was going to say. Oh, so what we've been doing this podcast that I've been drinking your East Side of the Pond IPA, which is an English-style IPA.
It's part of the triplets. So this is the very first beer recipe I came up on my own with. And then it started out as a West Coast IPA, which is our west side of the pond. So I wanted to play with yeast and so show people the difference yeast is. So we split the batch into 3 different parts. One's with a West Coast yeast, one's with an English yeast, and the other one's mixed. And they're 3 completely different beers, just based off of the yeast.
Yeah.
So we usually have them all 3 out at the same time, so people can compare.
Yeah. I love a good English IPA. Like, it's just there's something about them. There's just like that malt forwardness of it, as opposed to that hop override.
Right.
It's great. And I think there's still a place for it, because I know I went to the Midwest a couple years ago, and that's their base IPA is still like an English style IPA, which is really cool. I'm pretty sure now that hazes are crazy, it's probably the thing again. But like a few years back, they were still very much focused on that.
Well, the yeast they use, which is the Northeast yeast, is based off of English yeast. So, yeah, it is kind of the same thing.
Yeah. All right, guys. June 8th.
June 8th.
3rd anniversary.
Yeah.
May 31st. Comedy show.
Come for both.
So where can people find you, Ed?
We're at 807 C Street in beautiful downtown Galt, actually Old Town Galt, and on the corner of Lincoln Way and C Street.
And if they wanted to find you online to find out events, beers, things like that?
They can either visit our Facebook page, our Instagram, or go online, www.riverrockbrewery.com.
And the handles are at River Rock Brewery also, correct?
Yes.
For Instagram? Yes. And you guys have Taco Tuesday every Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday every Tuesday. We still save them for you every Tuesday.
I know. I'm sorry. I travel for work, so sometimes I get in the area and never on Tuesdays. It's very sad for me. Yeah, so Jason, where can people find out more about you?
You can look me up, Jason Sohm, Sohm, on pretty much all the social medias out there. That or Deaf Puppies Comedy. Look it up on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
What are the Deaf Puppies?
Deaf Puppies are a group of degenerate comedians from the 209 who've kind of carved out our own little scene.
But why Deaf Puppies?
Because Chris, one of our founding members, has a deaf puppy. And we all realized that having a deaf puppy was like fishing with dynamite with ladies. So there we are. We're
Terrible.
Deaf Puppies.
Truly terrible. I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's been episode 101 of Barley and Me with Ed Mason from River Rock Brewing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And comedian Jason Sohm, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Ben Rice. Thanks for listening. Get home safe.